Right now on WVUA News at 6, a tragic ending in the search for a missing University of Alabama student. We will take you to Blount County live with the latest. Plus, one Georgia girl is getting kicked off of a sports team because of her gender. Also, what better way to spend the first day of summer than with your friends in the pool? And find out if the sunshine will stick around for all those weekend plans. We have your home team forecast. The News at 6 starts now.
From the campus of the University of Alabama, live. Local news from Alabama's home team. This is WVUA News at 6.
Thanks for joining us. I'm Philip Coleman. Lynn Brooks has the evening off. Topping the news tonight, a tragic end to the search for a missing University of Alabama student. The body of 19-year-old Alyssa Huffstutler was found earlier today in the Warrior River in Blount County. WVUA's Travis Leader joins us now live from Blount County with the latest.
Philip, it ended at just before 11 o'clock this morning when state troopers were able to locate the body of 19-year-old UA student and Blountsville native Alyssa Huffstutler. And it was the culmination of a sad ending of many hours of tireless work.
A lot of times it seems like we're doing the same thing over and over when we repeat what we do the day before. This is an example of why we do that.
And with water levels receding on the river, it took state troopers minutes to find the body with the naked eye 300 feet in the air.
They quite possibly flew over her yesterday, but the level had dropped enough that the pilots could distinguish that she was wearing a black bikini.
After heavy rains hit the area earlier this week, it's possible that what was already a dangerous river soon became a deadly one, especially when people are out without a life jacket.
It is a dangerous river at certain times. When the water level gets up, it's recommended that only experienced and properly equipped paddlers get on the river. You can read that anywhere about this river.
Despite the tragic ending, the rescuers, volunteers, and citizens of this area joined together to show it's a strong community even during these fragile times.
In this part of the state, when one has a problem, we all have a problem. Everybody comes running.
And now the community joins together in offering condolences to a family dealing with such tragedy.
All they can do at this point is just pray for the family. What can you say to someone that's lost a child? You can try to comfort them. I can't tell you I know how they feel. I've never lost a child. I cannot imagine what they're going through.
And it was quite an unimaginable tragedy for those who have never been personally affected in a way such as this drowning happened. And the incident command area, which was right in this area which I'm standing right now, has all been packed up, and the people of Blount County are now going back to their normal lives just with heavy hearts. Reporting live in Blount County, Travis Leader, WVUA News. Back to you, Philip.
All right, thanks, Travis. Meanwhile, the University of Alabama Vice President for Student Affairs and Vice Provost, Dr. Mark Nelson, released this statement, and it says, "The University of Alabama family extends its thoughts and prayers to Alyssa's family and friends during this sad and difficult time. She was a valued member of this campus community, and we will miss her." Again, that statement from Dr. Mark Nelson. Turning now to your weather, today is the longest day of the year, the summer solstice, and this first official day of the summer season has been a hot one. Chief Meteorologist Richard Scott joins us now with a first look at your forecast. Hello, Richard.
Hey, Philip, good Friday evening to you. Here's the stats. The first day of summer began at 12:04 this morning. Longest days of sunlight. In fact, after today, the days will slowly get shorter and shorter. 14 hours, 21 minutes, how much sunlight we have out there today. And yet, feels like summer. Temperatures back in the 80s this afternoon to around 90. We officially got 88 in Tuscaloosa, 89 the hot spot in Sulligent. Some of us hitting 90 this afternoon, but temperatures starting to slowly come back down. Now, a few showers forming over southwest Alabama earlier today. Those will quickly diminish. Most of us are dry. And the forecast will check out Lake Tuscaloosa for the weekend. Yeah, it's going to be a hot weekend. I think temperatures top out close to 90. We'll have the rest of your forecast in just a bit.
Thanks, Richard. In other news, volunteers from all across the area joined together today to give back to the community. It was all part of the United Way of West Alabama's Day of Action. People donated their time and talents to various service projects. Businesses, organizations, families, and individuals all took part in projects like landscaping, organizing, and painting.
I just think it's an opportunity for us to work together and, show everyone that they have something that they can contribute.
The United Way's Days of Action takes place every year on June 21st. And another great way to spend the first day of summer is cooling off with friends at the pool. And that's exactly what folks over at Bowers Park in Tuscaloosa were doing. Not only did visitors enjoy the pool, there was also a rock climbing wall nearby. Parents brought their children to enjoy the fun in the sun on this first day of summer. And
move around because we usually don't go to water parks. We go to pools.
Raspberry, blueberry, cotton candy, grape, icy cold, and fruity, we're talking about snow cones. And no matter what your favorite flavor is, they're a summertime tradition for a lot of people. And they seem to hit the spot when the weather gets hot. We found these folks over at Summer Snow on University Boulevard, and they told us that snow cones are a sweet treat for beating the heat.
It's a good cool down for the summertime. You know how hot it is in the south, so it's a good way to cool down quick, and also it's very delicious.
Because they're good.
It's a favorite summer treat. Helps cool you off.
Now, new at 6, over 130 students from Greene, Pickens, and Tuscaloosa counties were on the campus of Stillman College for the Upward Bound Math Bowl. The Upward Bound program helps students prepare for the coursework they'll face in college. The program also provides ACT and SAT test preparation and career information and much more, all during the year.
You work on your social skills, public speaking, you make new friends, educational, you get to travel. It's a great program.
I think it's giving them an opportunity to be on the college campus first, to have leadership role, because they're in front of their peers and they're having to express their knowledge.
And organizers say that 90% of the students that attend Upward Bound do go on to enroll in college. Now, still to come here on WVUA News at 6. One Georgia girl is getting kicked off her sports team because of her gender.
And straight ahead in home team weather, it is hot again this afternoon on this first day of summer. 88 in Tuscaloosa, 89 at Sullivan. Any relief in sight? Forecast is moments away.
And recently hired Alabama women's basketball coach Christy Curry will make some serious dough according to her contract. The details are coming up later in Alabama's home team sports. One Georgia family says their private school is setting gender equality back for decades. They're upset because the school has banned their 11-year-old daughter from playing on the football team because she's a girl. We have more now in this report.
I was put at defensive tackle, first strain. The coaches were really proud. My teammates, pat on the back every time.
Maddie Page was living her dream, playing on the 6th grade football team at Strong Rock Christian Middle School in Locust Grove, competing and sometimes beating the boys at their own game.
First sack that I made was in a game, I think it was the 5th game. All the parents in the stands thought it was one of their boys, but when I stood up, they looked at the roster and they saw it was me, and I got amazing whoops and hollers.
But Maddie recently learned that she wasn't going to be allowed to play on the school's football team in middle school, not because she wasn't good enough, but because she was a girl.
The coaches told me I did really well and that my teammates supported me, and then all of a sudden them just taking that away from me, it really just sort of, it's like taking a dream and just throwing it in the trash.
Strong Rock's athletic director emailed us a statement saying, quote, "Our official policy is that middle school girls play girls' sports and middle school boys play boys' sports." Maddie's mother says that's a backwards policy that sends the wrong message to young women.
What they've done here is they've taken Maddie, they let her have that cake, and then they took it from her and they smashed it.
Maddie's mother is appealing the decision to the school, hoping her daughter can return to the sport she loves.
What we want her to learn is that her hard work and dedication pays off. In this case, her hard work and dedication got her kicked off of a football team and makes her feel like she's less worthy of a person.
And Maddie's family says they're not sure what they'll do if the school doesn't change its policy, but they're not willing to accept the limits that the school is placing on their daughter when it comes to athletics. Now, still ahead here on the news at 6, find out what the weather will do regarding your weekend plans. Right now, though, you're looking live at the city of Tuscaloosa from the WVUA Tower Cam. Looking pretty good out there right now. Chief Meteorologist Richard Scott has your complete home team forecast up next.
From the campus of the University of Alabama, your weather leader, WVUA, Alabama's home team weather.
Hey, welcome back to WVUA News at 6 o'clock. We'll check things out with our Tuscaloosa Tower camera looking northeast towards Bryce Hospital and Bryant Bridge. And it's a great looking Friday afternoon. If you've been out and about today, it looks nice, but for the first day of summer, it is certainly hot today. It's not really as hot as it could be, but it's a hot day. Either way you cut it, temperatures back in the upper 80s now to around 90 across much of the area. 89 Tupelo, 88 in Tuscaloosa. We've got temperatures in the mid to upper 80s for places like Birmingham, Montgomery, low 80s. Over in Atlanta, Georgia, not bad at all across the state line. Currently, we've got 88 again in Tuscaloosa with that sunny sky. One thing that makes it feel a little better is the dew point temperature 65 right now, so the humidity, the dew point, it's a little bit lower today, so that's been a little more welcome in terms of how humid it could be certainly this time of the year for mid-June standards. Across the southeast, not much rain to cool things off. Got this lone shower that developed over southwest Alabama earlier today. Looks like that shower's now fizzling out. The rest of us are dry at this point, and again, we will stay dry, I think, for the rest of the evening hours. Here's that forecast tonight. We fall back at the 70s pretty quick after sunset. In fact, 74 at 10, 71 at midnight. The national scene, very quiet weather, and that's good for this time of the year. No active severe weather to talk about. Things change, though, late in the weekend. It's going to Sunday and Monday. We'll watch things close on Futurecast. We'll start to get a south flow. Here's Saturday, 4 p.m. A few scattered showers over South Alabama media, but stay dry. Chance to rain about 10 to 20% tomorrow. As for Sundays, the humidity really starts to take over. The rain chance will increase on Sunday. During the afternoon hours between lunch and about 8 p.m., we got a 30% chance to rain as storms to your house. Same deal for Monday, and on Tuesday it doesn't rain all day. Hey, we'll fly you into Smith Lake. Maybe have a trip planned out to the lake there in parts of central Alabama. Here's that forecast for the weekend, Saturday, Sunday. And there's a chance to rain over the weekend, but it's a very small chance. Overall outdoor event should be perfectly fine. Temperatures top out in the 90s Saturday and Sunday. Upper 60s likely tonight, mostly clear, mild tonight, and it's going to feel great if you have those plans out and about. Up to 90 tomorrow, good supply of sun, a hot day. The humidity really starts to come back on Sunday and Monday. 30% chance of rain by Sunday and Monday. Look for afternoon highs in the low 90s. Overnight lows in the low 70s. As always, you can hear a forecast on these radio stations across your dial. Check us out on Facebook, Twitter, and our weather blog.
And the heat is coming on just in time for the official start of summer.
It's that time of the year.
It sure is. Thanks, Richard. Joining us now with a look ahead is sports, Todd Hoyer. Understand that you'll have the latest on a murder investigation involving a New England Patriot.
Yeah, Aaron Hernandez, his name's been in the news basically all week long, and involved a suspect that was murdered, and he could possibly have a link and a connection to that. I'll have the latest on that murder investigation with Aaron Hernandez. Plus, a look back at the Heat's Game 7 victory over the Spurs. Straight ahead in your home team sports.
Tonight on WVUA News at 10, we have more on the death of a missing University of Alabama student and how the community came together for her. Plus, the state of Alabama doesn't have to follow No Child Left Behind. We'll tell you why. Also, it's the first day of summer, so we take you to the water park and introduce you to a special attraction. And how one Birmingham attraction is taking a day out to make sure those with allergies can have fun too. Those stories and more tonight on WVUA News at 10.
From the campus of the University of Alabama, live sports. From Alabama's sports team, this is WVUA Sports.
Hello, everybody. I'm Todd Hoyer, in for Gary Harris. Well, recently hired Alabama women's head basketball coach Christy Curry will be making some pretty nice cash over the next few years. University trustees approved the deal that will pay Curry $400,000 annually over the next 5 years, extending through April 30th, 2018 on Friday. The contract includes $20,000 bonuses for winning an SEC regular season title and another $20,000 for making the NCAA tournament. Curry will receive $20,000 bonuses for each of her first 2 seasons if Alabama makes the women's NIT or finishes among the top 7 teams in the SEC standings. The Crimson Tide hasn't made the NCAA tournament since 1999. Now, Christie was hired back in May after 7 seasons as head coach at both Texas Tech and Purdue. She led the Boilermakers to the 2001 National Championship game. Her contract includes a $245,000 base salary and a $145,000 talent fee. Investigators from the Massachusetts State Police arrived at the home of NFL star Aaron Hernandez today. 2 officers rang the doorbell and were let inside. Now, it's unclear why they went to the home of the New England Patriots tight end. Hernandez has been questioned in connection with a homicide near his home. The body of a friend of Hernandez's, 27-year-old Odin Lloyd, was found Monday less than a mile away. Lloyd had apparently been shot to death. It appears Lloyd was dating the sister of Hernandez's fiancée. We keep you posted. Last night in Miami, victory in Game 7 brought more than another crown for LeBron James and the Miami Heat. It validated the team and its leader, forever cementing their place among the NBA greats. For the vanquished San Antonio Spurs, it simply compounded the misery of a championship that got away. James led the Heat to their 2nd straight title, scoring 37 points and grabbing 12 rebounds in a 95-88 victory Thursday night in a tense game that was tight until James hit a key jumper with 27 seconds left that gave Miami a 4-point lead and eventually the championship. After the game, LeBron talked about what his 2nd title means to him.
This team is amazing. And the vision that I had when I decided to come here is all coming true. Through adversity, through everything we've been through, we've been able to persevere and to win, back-to-back championships. It's an unbelievable feeling, and I'm happy to be part of such a first-class organization.
NASCAR's next race will be this Sunday at the Sonoma Raceway Road Course. Now, usually when drivers try to qualify for a race, they're on the track, of course, by themselves. This year, Sonoma has changed the rules. Andy Scholes explains in this week's NASCAR Minute.
The Cup Series will use its new group qualifying format at Sonoma.
For me, I've grown up racing where you have a 20-minute or a 30-minute qualifying session, so it's going back to normal for me.
At the road courses, we used to qualify single car, you get a lap. That's a lot of pressure. And I think with the group qualifying, you get a couple more laps, and that's what we've done in the Nationwide Series. So there'll be a group of cars, 3 or 4 laps, and it actually will make it a little less stressful.
Gives you a couple more laps to kind of go for it. I think it's definitely more exciting for the fans, and I think it shortens up the TV time of one car on the track. So it's I think there's a lot of positives to that particular change.
It does make it nice when you go out in a group, except for if the guy in front of you gets off in the gravel and throws it on the racetrack, then it's not a good qualifying session for you, but it does add some more excitement.
Group assignments will be based on final practice times. With the NASCAR Minute, I'm Andy Scholes.
The College World Series Best of 3 Championship Series has its first team, and they are the Mississippi State Bulldogs, who eliminated the 3rd overall national seed Oregon State Beavers today, 4-1. The Bulldogs are making their school's first ever appearance in the College World Series final, and it is the 6th straight year an SEC school has made the championship series. And congratulations to Northport native Cammie Gray. The Alabama redshirt freshman won the 81st Alabama Golf Association Women's State Amateur today. We'll have more details about that at 10. That's a look at sports. More news right after this.